Okay, we have our final entrepreneur coming out, Luvvie Ajayi, who is the director of the Red Shoe Project.
And this is my pitch. Every 47 minutes, a woman tests positive for HIV in the United States. I'm the executive director and the co-founder of the Red Pump Project. We raise awareness about the impact of HIV and AIDS on women and girls, and we've been doing it since 2009. Me and my friend Karen came up with this because we both know people who are infected. But we also recognize that women bear the brunt of this epidemic. Even when we're not infected, we're affected because we're the caretakers. So on March 10th, 2009, we asked our blogger friends to talk about this issue. That's National Women and Girls HIV and AIDS Awareness Day. 135 bloggers joined us. So fast forward 6 years, we are a national nonprofit organization empowering and educating women to understand that they're not alone and to understand that there's no room for stigma in this epidemic. We want people to know that awareness is always in style. So what are we asking you to do? We're asking you to rock the Red Pump with us. Yeah! 57.2. Yeah! Nailed it! Yeah. Sweet! We asked our blogger friends to talk about whatever, and we do workshops. Ah, man. Brunt of a lot of that. Okay, wait. Oh, man. Take 45.
A couple of months ago, a woman messaged us. She was married, she has 5 kids, and she had just found out that she was HIV positive. She got it from her husband, and she wasn't sure whether he knew or just didn't tell her. And Red Pump was the first people she was telling. She hadn't told any family, no friends. And it's in moments like those that the purpose of our organization is tangible. We are the safe space, we're the haven for women to understand that they're not alone, and we're standing with them in some fierce red shoes. One of my heroes is Chimamanda Adichie, and she said, "We teach girls shame." That is what Red Pump is trying to get people to unlearn, because the shame and stigma of HIV is literally killing us, especially women of color who are disproportionately affected by it. So what we do is we drive conversation, and we remove the taboo from HIV and AIDS. Also, we create safe spaces for women to fellowship, to learn from each other, to tell stories, and to learn from health experts about this epidemic. So what we do is we educate women by empowering them with the facts. We encourage them to get tested. And we say, if you're having sex, just be safe with it. So what we're asking you to do is stand with us in some red shoes. They do not have to be pumps. We accept sneakers. And join the global community of women who understand that when HIV affects one of us, it actually affects all of us. And what we're also asking you to do is support the Red Pump Project's work. It's our 6th anniversary. Donate $6 via redpump.org and really join the work that we're doing. So we want you to know that awareness is always in style. So get your shoes ready.
Great job. Allie, you want to go first?
Wow. Oh my gosh, you had so much courage to go out there and do what you did. So I praise you. And today, as you're building the org and the movement, what can we do to help you? Like, what is the key message that we can leave here today with?
You said the key message?
Yes.
I think what is important for women to do is we shouldn't stigmatize each other for being sexual beings. My shirt says, "Life is too short, have sex, be safe." So one thing we can do in this room is to understand that we are sexual beings and that is okay. And we shouldn't stigmatize people. We shouldn't stigmatize people for actually doing this. So again, we say Red Pumps because we think it's a way to start conversation. And we think people ask you, why do you have on red shoes? So when they do, tell them, because I'm standing with somebody who's affected, even if I don't know anybody.
You know, Luvvie, I mean, frankly, all of the pictures out here are so good at pitching.
Yeah.
It's really, Catherine,
Very
you said this in
charismatic.
the beginning, but when you're talking to a group of people, we're half evaluating your company or your nonprofit, but we are 80% evaluating you.
That's right.
And you just did a great job of getting people to say, okay, I want to help you. I don't even
Right.
remember what you're doing, I just want to help you. And so congratulations on that. It was
Thank
really
you.
fantastic. I'm going to echo a question that other people had before, which is what is your biggest challenge right now as you try to scale?
We are poor. Nonprofits are literally non-profitable, but they are but they're still a business because we have to sustain what we're doing. We have to sustain our work. So when people think about nonprofits, I think one of the challenges also is the fact that people are disillusioned by nonprofits because they've heard about stories of nonprofits that have cheated them out of money. So for those of us small nonprofits who don't have the budget of $100 million, and we are working and doing a lot of work from $1, we have to actively fight against the distrust against nonprofits. So that has been one of our challenges, is just saying your money actually does go to our programs. It's been 6 years in, and I still do not get paid for my work because it's a labor of love. But I think it's more important to be able to service more people and be able to tell more women and empower more women than for me to get paid. So we are saying that Rep Pump needs your help. Give us some money.
You know what, I'm going to do sort of a shameless pitch for the company that I started to do, following up on this, which is I started this company called Good Shop, which Court talked about, but you can shop, you can shop at anywhere you guys already shop at, and a percentage of what you that you spend goes back to the cause. So I would just suggest that everyone go and shop on behalf of the Red Pump Project.
Nice.
And also, Amazon has a program for nonprofits called Smile. Anytime you shop on Amazon, you can actually tell Amazon to give a percent of your proceeds to a nonprofit. So,
Can I ask you?
Great job.
What do you find to be the message when you're communicating with potential donors? What do you think is the one thing that resonates most strongly? Like when you say a lot, there's obviously so many parts of what you do, but what is the thing that you watch people's face kind of light up and create a connection for them, besides obviously your amazing presence?
For us, it's about telling the stories of women who look just like them, who are affected in some way. The fact, when I got the email from the woman who's like, I just found out I'm HIV positive last week and I'm married.
Right.
I was like, can you imagine in the safety of this sacred oath that you took, finding this out? For us, it's just to show that HIV does not look like just, well, for a long time, it was men who had sex with men. But honestly, HIV looks like each one of us, because the person sitting next to us might have it and we might have no clue. So I just tell the stories of people who've been personally touched by the work of the Red Pump Project, and I have a million of those. Like I was sitting in a group, knew somebody for a year, and somebody mentioned Red Pump, and I was like, oh yeah, we're doing this. And she turns to me and she says, you're Red Pump? And I was like, well, I'm kind of the person who founded it. And she's like, she stood up and took my hands and was like, my mother died of HIV-related complications, and Red Pump was the first time I was able to actually publicly say it to somebody. And she thanked me for the work that we did, and in that moment I was like, okay, we're actually touching people in some way, and we're making some type of impact, so.
Well, I think what you just said then is so right on, that you want to make sure all those communications that you're making, in other words, using social and some of the things that don't cost a lot of money, focus on those stories and make sure that you're finding ways to share those stories on a video format, because that is what connects people, that will hopefully help drive donations.
Yeah, we started an initiative this year called Red Pump Stories, where every month we highlight a different woman who's infected or affected in some way.
Perfect.
So that has been something that we've definitely focused on.
That's awesome. You did a great job, Luvvie.
Thank you.
Yeah.